We're back with some more goal setting as we enter the month of February 2024. And if you are here, I hope that you are setting goals as well. The big thing for me this year was I wanted to set out and have the most productive year of my life. It is important. However, I think that I note that I refrain from murdering the self by understanding. And this will last all of 15 minutes after I make this video, that I can have the most productive year of my life and it not be the most productive year in every aspect of my life. Now, I say this because I crashed and burned horribly in the month of January. I got sick twice in the month of January. I'm still sick. I still can't. I can breathe deeply, but whatever is in my chest makes me cough at weird and random times. I have all sorts of congestion. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So starting with the fitness goals, one of the things that I have realized through this process about myself, this process of trying to lose weight, is I am a miserable comfort eater. I am miserable about comfort eating. I don't treat myself very well. I do not buy healthy foods. I do not consume nutrient rich food sources. I have 3 boxes of ramen noodles looking back at me right now that sounds so delicious. I have to improve my diet and my sleep because I believe that is where my health is failing me. I believe that, and in the month of January, in the month of December, we had, in the month of January in particular, some brutally cold days. And I may have warranted this onto myself. Negative 30 degrees, and I say I am not breaking my walking streak. We're still going. So I do not believe that my health would have faltered, however, had I been sleeping correctly, had I been eating correctly, had I even been taking a multivitamin. So that is where everything is going to have to start for me making these goals in the month of February. I think that is very important to understand when you fail, why you fail. I fail on getting to sleep. It is currently in my world 4:57 p.m. I have been up since 8 p.m. yesterday. This is what I do to myself, especially on my Fridays. So that is where I have to put in some serious, conscious effort with sleep and diet, because the grinding things out, the 100-mile goal there, the 1,000 I can do those. I can get those things done. Where it starts to hurt me is definitely right here. When I am sleep deprived, it is detrimental to my focus, and it is difficult for me to really buckle down on a lot of the reading that I have to do for Strip Cover Lit in particular. And it will drag on. I will have to reread entire pages of books because I was not there for them. But anyway, monthly goals for February. 100 miles. I want to get back down to 211 pounds. I am currently between 214 and 217. I don't think I've hit 218 this calendar year. But that is not good stuff. Men my height that weigh that much do not last very long. I've got no real designs to last too terribly long, but I want to be able to do stuff while I am lasting. I want to hit 1,000 push-ups this month. I got a few hundred in January. I do not know the exact count yet. I have not totaled, but it was not, I think I set the goal for 1,000. That's another thing I got to do. I got to save this document so that I can pull it up next month and do a wrap-up at the end of my goal-setting session. But I did not hit the full 1,000, I do not believe. Read 400 pages. So those are the fitness goals. Moving on to the education slash sort of, I guess education is probably the right term. Reading 400 pages. And I have started, I do not know where I put my notebook right now, but I have started a collection of essays on the love of poetry. I will be hopeful. I don't have firm plans for this. I am hoping to finish that collection of maybe 15 essays sometime by the middle of the year and offer that as a product through Amazon, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I've never done any of that stuff, so I'll have to learn all that. But I have started 6 essays, so I hope during the course of February to finish 2 of them. One of my great faults in life is starting things with a flurry and a furor, and then those things die as I slowly talk myself into believing I'm nowhere near smart enough to do this. On to the writing goals. And I made a mistake. My education is I color code all of my goals. Education, writing, and strip cover lit goals are all a shade of blue. So when I write them down physically, I try to separate them. I didn't do that here. I started 3 short stories in the month of January. I finished none of them. 2 of them, I think, have a pretty good shot of being decent short stories. The third one was because I needed to get my words in. I started a poem. I did not finish it. It is different than any of the poems I have ever written, and I want to write a short story and a poem start to finish in this month. This would, if I finish these, give me 4 short stories so far on the year, which would be on pace with what it is that I am hoping to do from a short story perspective on my yearly goals. The 2 poems, however, are a bit short. But, like I say, I will often do things with a fit of fury, and poetry writing is something that will strike me oftentimes early summer, and maybe I'll get caught up then. Now, strip cover lit goals. 4 episodes of The Great Gatsby. I am starting a read-along series for The Great Gatsby over on Stripped Cover Lit. That is going to be a series that I am hoping to put a whole lot of elbow grease into, and I am hoping to make it a series that is worth watching in addition to the value that it may or may not add to students, right? So the series that I did for A Christmas Carol, I think if you are reading A Christmas Carol alongside that series, there is something there that will enhance the literature in a way that is beyond, oh, okay, well, I have to have the theme for Stave 3. I hope to be doing the same thing with The Great Gatsby. There is a lot of literature to be had in The Great Gatsby. There is a lot of stuff to be drawn out like a salve. And if I can pull that off, I think that one of the audacious goals that I often set is something like revolutionize literature with my writing, revolutionize how books are talked about online with Stripped Cover Lit. I think with the sort of vision that I have in store for that, revolutionizing the way that books are talked about online, on YouTube, in video, the way that books are incorporated as a part of life as opposed to just things that happen on a page. I think I can maybe do something with that. Now, I just finished up my January wrap-up for Stripped Cover Lit. I did 21 poetry discussions during that month, and I want to get at least 15 in February as well. Now, there are 29 total days in this leap year February, so 15 poetry discussions, 4 episodes The Great Gatsby, 4 Hemingway discussions. That's 23 episodes. That leaves about a week's worth of wild card stuff that whatever it is that I think I can do and get done, I owe it to myself to do it. It's going to be rough. It is going to be rough. I have, like I said in my February TBR, I have exhausted the entire cushion that I had because I have spent so much time sick the past few months. Hemingway, I have an entire library of books at my left foot on the ready. Hemingway, it will be the next 4 short stories in the Fincavigia edition. The Battler was the last short story that we looked at. Next is a very short story, which is very short. Then Soldier's Home, another fairly short story. After that, The Revolutionist, which is a very short story. And then Mr. and Mrs. Elliot, which is about 3 pages. So if I knuckle down and do it, I can get that done. I can get that done in fairly short order. Short stories in short order. So hopefully I am able to rebuild a lead, because the most damning part of this is that March represents 1 year, if I make it that far, will represent 1 year of consecutive daily uploads on Stripped Cover Lit. April, however, is National Poetry Month. This will be, I believe, the 4th year in a row that I will be doing daily uploads for National Poetry Month. And that means that I will have gone, by that point, 390-ish consecutive days. I'll probably stretch and go for 400. Now, the really, really rough part is, like I said, I want to start this Great Gatsby series. It takes a lot of time to do the Great Gatsby series, and because I screwed up and got sick, the Great Gatsby series is going to bleed over, I believe, into the month of April, which is going to make things hard for doing daily video uploads in the month of April, plus, because I want a poem every day in April, plus at least 1 episode of The Great Gatsby, plus April will represent the 50th anniversary of Carrie by Stephen King. So I want to be able to do that live on the channel. Episode 1, the day that Carrie came out in 1974. I believe it is either the 7th or the 14th, something like that. So my goal, which means I'm probably in 30 days of April going to be making like 34, 35 videos. That's difficult because I do other stuff on YouTube as well. I do this channel as well. I am going to be doing 100 miles at least in that month as well. and I am struggling right now with keeping ahead of things as is. Now, these are the only 3 goals that I have for this channel. 4 episodes of The Daily Laws, that's this one. Probably, I ought to do 5 because I am 1 behind now. 4 episodes of The Daily Stoic. Probably, I ought to do 5 because I am 1 week behind on both of those. And then 12 total episodes on this channel. I want to get to... So, I didn't set... Okay, here's the thing. In order to monetize, to be able to monetize, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in a calendar year. Last August, I dropped a video about Oliver Anthony's Richmond, north of Richmond. That video blew up and hit 1,400 watch time hours. Great. I've got a good start. That video blew up and got me over the 1,000 subscriber mark. Because this channel is not monetized, however, I did not invest the time here to keep up with it. In order to reach 4,000 hours of watch time during the course of 12 calendar months, you have to average 333 hours of watch time per month. I hit that 1,400 hour month and thought, oh, well, great. I can coast until the new year where I will rededicate. I have 2 monetized channels, which I was concentrating on to try and get out of the rat race, right? You understand the hustle here. I did so little on this channel that now, until August, I have to average 372 hours of watch time every month in order to hit that same 4,000 hours. I thought for sure I was going to be a shoo-in to monetize this channel by my birthday. Maybe that is not the case. So just, it sounds doable, right? 372 hours is not all that much during the course of a month. But when you divide it by 30, you're actually looking at 12.4 hours of watch time every day. That's actually, if you are, unless you have something go, there's 2 different terms, right? There's something going viral, which means you get hundreds of thousands, millions of views. There's something called viral for you. The Oliver Anthony video was viral for me. It hit 18,000 views, I think it was. Something like that. That's viral for me. Unless you have things that go semi-viral for you, 12.4 hours per day is actually a very big deal. You can do it by things going viral for you, or you can do it by a catalog of videos that are not time specific. So on Strip Cover Lit, for example, I have a lot of literature videos for which someone is constantly searching. So despite the fact that I made a video on Alone by Edgar Allan Poe, I think it was 3 years ago, that video still gets between 9 and 27-ish views per day. So I don't have that here yet. I do not have that here yet. I'm working on it with the Daily Law and the Daily Stoic in particular. I think that those are series that will be, will outlast the videos being made. Videos being added to the series, perhaps, is the way that I should say it. But, what was I saying? Yeah, so last month I set the goal to have 250 hours of watch time in January. I hit that. I needed a lot more than that, and I didn't do the math correctly. Somewhere along the lines, I got things mixed up and screwed up. 39 episodes of YouTube Other. I have other channels which will remain in the darkness channels which no one will ever know about. I need to make 39 videos in these 29 days for those channels as well. And finally, some financial goals. Finish under budget. I set a monthly budget and I withdraw that money in cash. I need to finish under that number and make an investment in addition to a budget for food, etc. during any given month. I set a budget for investing as well, and it has been a while. I have been building a cash position because I am not sure I am comfortable with the market as it stands. I don't have a very good read on things, and I think that things are about to break one way or another. It might be a break upwards. It might be a break downwards. I believe we're heading into either a bull or a bear market. A big part of me is pretty sure it's going to be a bear market, but I need to get back on the horse of investing anyway. These are my goals for the month of September 2024. I hope to hear your goals in the comments section below. And let me know if you have been reaching your goals thus far this calendar year. Certainly, I have not been.